Ladies and gentlemen, I've got a couple remarks to introduce you to the idea of World War II Veteran Celebration. If you've forgotten or you came in late, my name is Laura Meeks. I am the 3rd Vice Commander of the AMVETS Post 66, and I welcome you here for this part, the salute to our World War II veterans. And we do have veterans in the house, and I will introduce them here in just 1 second. I do want to let you know that it's a pleasure to welcome you all to the second part where since we are here on December 7th, a day that will live in infamy. Thank you. That's more appropriate, I guess, in this section where we are talking about World War II. I do want to make another recognition of Dennis Odell. Dennis, raise your hand. Hi. I just want to recognize that Dennis is here. He is the California commander of AMVETS, so I want to make sure that we all remember that. I want to let you know that 2 years ago our post honored the 5 Pearl Harbor survivors and 2 Tuskegee airmen that live in our area. And we're sad to say that some of these distinguished people have passed away. We enjoy reaching out to as many of our World War II veterans as we could, but as you're going to see, the majority of them are reaching the maturity ages, and so it gets continually harder and harder to get our World War II veterans out into the public. All of the World War II veterans that we reached out to will be honored today, whether they're here or not. So we have 4 people that we're going to recognize that are here, and then the people that are not here, then Tom and I will actually go and present that. I want you to recognize that we did bring the memorial wreath. That came in the last presentation. So this is to also celebrate the work that these people have done. I do want to pause here. I'm going to give us 30 seconds silence so that we can remember those who died on December 7th, this same day, 1941. Did you ever think 30 seconds would take so long? In this new age where we have these things, everything seems to take seconds. So 30 seconds seems a lot longer, doesn't it? At this time, I'd like to bring JB up.
All right, this is the audience participation part of our program. I'm going to do the anthem for each of our armed services. So as I'm singing them, please sing along with your branch of service.
Stand up.
And stand up if you're able, and sing along with me. United States Army. Army people. Over hill, over dale, we shall hit the dusty trail, and those caissons go rolling along. Up and down, in and out, listen to the doughboy shout, as those caissons go rolling along. Oh, it's hi, hi, he, in the field artillery, call out your numbers loud and strong. Where'er you go, you will always know that the caissons go rolling along. U.S. Army, United States Marines. Marines, if you're a Marine,
Marine and you can stand. There's a Marine
Yes.
right there.
From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we will fight our country's battle on the air and on the sea. First to fight for right and freedom, and to keep our honor clean. We are proud to claim the title of United States Marine. Hoorah! And my personal favorite, United States Navy.
Navy people? Do we have Navy people?
No Navy but me.
What?
Anchors away, my boys, anchors away. Farewell to college joys, we sail at break of day. Through our last night on shore, drink to the fun. Until we meet once more, here's wishing you a happy voyage home. United States Coast Guard.
Oh, no, I'm not.
You can be.
Hold on, I'm coming there.
We're always ready for the call. We place our trust in thee. Through surf and storm and howling gale, high shall our purpose be. Semper Paratus is our guide, our fame and glory too. To fight, to save, to fight and die, high Coast Guard we are for you. And to save the best for last, United States Air Force.
Air Force.
Off we go into the wild blue yonder, climbing high into the sun. Here they come, zooming to meet our thunder. Adams boys, give them the gun. Now we die, spouting your flame from under. Off with one heck of a roar. We live in fame, or go down in flame. Ain't nothing can stop the U.S. Air Force. Thank you for your service.
Thank you, Jamie. That was wonderful.
I'd like to recognize the 4 people that are here because this will give you a chance to chat with them if you haven't already. So, Leo Gold, Cornell English, hold up your hand. Lita Bowman, over under the picture, Lita. And Dorothy Irwin, raise your hand. The first thing that we're going to do is present the things from Raul Ruiz. So I have TomSwannHernandez, the commander of Post 66, and he is going to present the certificates from Raul Ruiz. Did you want to read one?
Yes.
Okay, I'll read one and then I will hand them out to the appropriate people. Certificate of Congressional Recognition. Congressional recognition. We like that.
Big time.
Presented to, and then one of the 4, in honor of being recognized for your faithful service to our nation during World War II. On behalf of California's 36th Congressional District, thank you for your service, sacrifice, and dedication to preserving the principles and the freedoms that make the American dream possible. Did you want to say something?
Yes. I want to say how grateful I am that these World War II veterans are here. There's a total of 10 World War II. There's a total of 10 World War II veterans that we reached out to. Only 4 could make it with us here today. The other 6 will be honored. We'll go to their homes and honor them and at their home in the next couple of weeks. And I also want to say Dennis Odell, I'm glad he's here. Dennis was instrumental in getting us the AMVETS Express van. back in 2003. And when he was on the Service Foundation Board. We're very grateful that he did that.
Okay, at this time, Miguel, this is now this is your time. I've got Miguel from the State Assembly Member Eduardo Garcia. He's going to present the awards to the 4 people. Again, realize that those that are not here are getting awards as well, and we will hand take them over there, but the 4 people that are here, we brought theirs.
Good afternoon, everyone. Again, my name is Miguel Romero, and I'm a field representative with the Office of Assembly Member Eduardo Garcia. It truly is an honor to be here on this Remembrance Day to be able to contribute to these heroes who served our country during World War II. We always like to say that we can never do enough to honor our veterans, and in this case, under the circumstances of what Pearl Harbor really meant, it was one of, if not the most important events of the 20th century for our nation, and we owe so much to all the servicemen and women who served in the line of duty during World War II, and also to all the other veterans who are here today. So we have certificates on behalf of Assembly Member Eduardo Garcia honoring these veterans on behalf of the 56th California State Assembly District and the 500,000 people we represent. Thank you for your service, and we look forward to continuing to do all we can to make sure that our veterans are being honored in the appropriate ways. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's take these 4 and hand them out. Okay? Okay, perfect. Can I have you hand those to Tom? Perfect. And then Darren, can I have you come up? Darren's coming up from the Supervisor Manny Perez.
Thank you. It is also an honor and a privilege on this Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day to recognize and thank our World War II veterans for their service to our country. World War II veterans accomplished such a great deal for us in ensuring that we have lives of freedom here in the United States, and their courage, dedication, and personal sacrifice of the Allied troops during World War II defeated the forces of aggression and restored freedom to millions. And their selfless and heroic service will forever be an inspiration to us. And it was great on this last Palm Springs Veterans Day to go to the Veterans Day Parade. And my favorite part of the parade was seeing the World War II veterans and all the other veterans that were there riding in the parade. And it's been very neat. The Desert Sun has written about the stories of World War II veterans and what they experienced, and so it's really great to be joined here by our heroes of World War II, and thanks for exemplifying what is great about our country.
Thank you very much.
The Mayor of Cathedral City, the Honorable Mark Carnevale.
What a special day this year is today. We've got a lot of things here at Nicolino's, but I'm really honored today to have Leo and everybody, all your veterans in here. Thank you for your service to this great country, and I got to applaud each and every one of you, so thank you. Right now we have a proclamation I'd like to present to this young man over here, who's quite my hero as well, Leo Gold. Whereas, Leo, I'm going to read it if you don't mind. It's a little bit lengthy, but he's been around a long time, so I can, Leo Gold, a World War II veteran, was born May 15, 1922 in Manhattan, New York, at the age of 10, and his family moved to the Bronx. While in high school, Leo, the senior class president and captain of the gymnastic team, he attended St. John's University in Brooklyn and finished his education there attending night school for 1.5 years. And whereas in September 1942, Leo joined the U.S. Army, he soon earned the rank of corporal technician and was part of the enlisted reserve corps. Then for 33 months, he was in the Mobile Communication Signal Corps. On January 8, 1946, Leo received an honorable discharge after leaving the Army. He and his brother-in-law opened an exclusive men's clothing store. That's why he always dressed so nice. Now I know. And his 3 sons moved to Reseda, California, where Leo continued his men's clothing business, eventually owning 3 stores, Embassy Clothiers. And whereas in May 2009, Leo and his family moved to Mobile Sands Mobile Home Park, that's in my district, by the way, thank you, yay. During the opening and closing healing field, during the opening and closing healing field ceremonies, Leo's responsible for gathering up his neighbors who work with the Cathedral City Rotary Clubs and the city. Leo's group has served hamburgers and hot dogs, chips, and refreshments every year since 2012. He also rides in the Palm Springs Veteran Day Parade representing the healing fields and Cathedral City Rotary Clubs. Whereas Leo is a true patriot, like so many, he served his country proudly. He continued love for his country, fellow veterans, respect for those veterans that made this ultimate sacrifice. Friends and family is shown in his love and support for all that know him. Now, therefore, we, the mayor and the city council of Cathedral City, by the power invested in us, we do hereby proclaim December 7th, 2019 as Leo Gold Day. We thank, yeah, applause for that. At 97 years young, we look forward to seeing you in the healing fields for many more years.
Wow, beautiful. Thank you.
The next thing I would like to do is bring up Betsy. Betsy, are you here? Betsy is going to give an award from the Rotary Club.
Where's Betsy?
I'm here, thank you. Okay, thank you. I'm here on behalf of the Rotary Club of Cathedral, well, 2 Rotary Clubs. We have an afternoon and an evening Rotary Club, so I'm here to honor a man that we really think highly of, Mr. Leo Gold. And he helps, he's at the Healing Field. I am the chairperson for the Healing Field here in Cathedral City. I don't know if you've seen the Healing Field that we put up every year over Veterans Week. And so every year he's there and a part of it. And he rides in the parade and represents us. And we really appreciate that he continues to represent us. So, Mr. Leo A. Gold, in appreciation of your years as a volunteer and your generous support of Healing Field, the Rotary Clubs of Cathedral City and the Healing Field Committee are proud to present to you this retired United States flag that flew proudly. This United States flag that flew proudly for many years in honor of fallen military on the Healing Field at Patriot Park in Cathedral City. On behalf of the Rotary Clubs of Cathedral City, Healing Field Committee, we present this to you.
Thank you a million times. I love you too.
David.
Yeah, in this healing field, it's a great thing, but for years I worked with and was part of Greg Patterson's, and he's the one that started this healing field, and I think he should be honored in that.
So, if you couldn't hear that, Greg Pettis was the person who started the Healing Field. Is there anybody who has not seen the Healing Field with the thousands of flags that they put up? Yeah, so we've all been there, and we want to acknowledge that Greg Pettis also had a play in that.
Thank you.
So, yeah, thank you for your help. That there are other people that we are celebrating that aren't here. Clarence Lux. So if you know them, raise your hand. Clarence Lux, Bernie Rubian, Rusty Burns, Joe Beaver, Mel Frank, and Harry Anderson. So these are all people that are, and Dorothy Irwin. Dorothy's over there. Those are all people that are alive and well here in our area. So we want to, Diane? Diane is going to come up and say a few things about Leo, and then I want to give every veteran, if they want, a chance to say something.
You got it, Ginger?
Come on down.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming. Along with Leo today, I want to recognize the folks at this table, his son, his daughter-in-law, my husband Chuck. My husband Chuck is the one that drives Leo in the Veterans Parade, and we've done that for 6 or 7 years. And I'm telling you, Leo is the belle of the ball. He just loves it, and the ongoers just go crazy. So thank you also for the other veterans. I know Dorothy Irwin was in the parade also. We saw her. And Leo is responsible over at the Healing Fields for organizing all the folks from Desert Sands Mobile Home community to save their dollars and nickels and dimes during the year. And they always feed anyone who comes the morning of the opening ceremonies and the closing ceremonies. And don't mess with Leo, because he's the head chef, okay? You'll find him right at the barbecue flipping hamburgers and hot dogs. And always a good time and delicious, and we thank all of you. I want to say a few things about Leo. I know the mayor gave him a beautiful proclamation and had some great information, but I want to give you a little bit of bio. Tom had asked me for it, so I'll go ahead. I'll try and make this as short as possible, although I do like to talk. Anybody that knows me. Again, Leo A. Gold, World War II veteran, was born May 15, 1922 in Manhattan, New York. He is 97 years old and proud of it, and he'll be the first one to tell you that he is going to live to be 100 years old. Okay, we already know that Leo attended elementary school in Manhattan, New York, and at the age of 10 years old, his family moved to the Bronx, where he continued his schooling. He's proud to tell everyone that he was the senior class president and the captain of his gymnastics team, which included 20 students. He attended St. John's University in Brooklyn and finished his education there, going to night school for a year and a half. In September 1942, Leo came home one night to tell his mother he had enlisted in the United States Army in Manhattan, New York. He had enlisted in part of the ERC, which is the Enlisted Reserve Corps. During that time, he went to school 5 weeks and was selected to a 11-man radio team that was sent to St. Louis at the Claridge Hotel, then on to Fort Dix, where he boarded a train at 2 o'clock in the morning, headed to Pittsburgh, California to be shipped out. Leo was in the United States Army Mobile Communications Signal Corps for 33 months. You'll love this one. His team was trained by AT&T because the United States government used the AT&T equipment. So that's what they were trained on. His 11-man team set up transmitting stations that went as far as 600 miles. He spent 30 months island hopping from Port Moresby, Dutchess Indies, New Guinea, Melanie Bay, Australia, Philippines, Yokohama, Tokyo, and finally Kobe, Japan. On December 24th, 1945, Leo was selected out of 500 veterans. Only the 500 were selected to ride a flat-bottom boat from Kobe, Japan to Fort Dix, where Leo discharged from the United States Army in January 8, 1946. On April 3rd, 1943, backing up just a few years, Leo married the love of his life, Sylvia Seltzer, aka Mickey. They first met at a school dance. Sylvia was 15 and Leo was 17. Leo told her, oh, let's forget all the food and all the partying he decided he would propose to her that night. She's 15, Leo's 17, okay? And she said, "Leo, what are you, crazy?"
Yes.
Well, in 1943 they married, and they were married over 50 beautiful and happy years. 57 years and 3 months, correct, Leo?
4 days.
4 days. Okay.
3 minutes.
Okay, after Leo discharged from the Army in 1946, he opened a men's clothier business with his brother-in-law, Abe, in the Bronx. Moving forward in 1955, Leo, Sylvia, and the 3 sons moved to California, where Leo continued his very successful career in the men's clothing business in Reseda and Calabasas. In 2009, Leo and his family moved to Cathedral City, Desert Sands Mobile Park Community. In 2012, Leo organized his neighbors to help out serving hamburgers, hot dogs, chips, and drinks at every opening and closing event for the Healing Field, serving hundreds of patriotic people. Of course, Leo was the chef, right? Nobody better get in his way. In closing, Leo is a true patriot. Like so many, served his country proudly. He continued love for his country, fellow veterans, respect for those that made the ultimate sacrifice, friends and family, is shown in his love and support for all that know Leo. Leo also, as I said, rides in every Veterans Day parade proudly, and the crowd goes wild. So that's,
Enough about Leo.
yeah, enough about Leo. We'll go to the next veteran. So anyway, it's a pleasure to be able to share this information. And I also work with Betsy. This table here works with Betsy over at the Healing Fields every year, and we're hoping that all of you will stop by, and it's very heartfelt, and we're very happy to do it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. As we wrap this up, I do want to give the microphone to any of our veterans. If you, Leo, did you want to say anything? Did you want to talk?
Yeah.
I'm an unusual fella. You're going to get an unusual conversation from me. Freedom is not free. We must remember all of our buddies, all of them, Air Force, Coast Guards, Marines, Navy, Army, Signal Corps, all the boys and girls that went. You cannot forget them. You get letters in the mail daily, weekly, monthly. Don't ignore them. Put a $10 bill in it. Put a $15 bill in it. It goes to a veteran who may need your help. You must remember, the veterans are the backbones of this country. This country right now is suffering with political things and money. But listen to me. The Veterans Organization, the paralyzed veterans, the homeless veterans, American Legion, Foreign Legion, all of the different companies that are part and make up the veterans. Do not forget them when you get your mail. Send something. Please, I beg you. I do it every day.
Thank you, sir. Cornell, did you want to say anything? You want to come up? You had your say?
I
Okay.
had my say.
You had your say. Lita, can I bring a microphone over?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen and honored guests. It blows my mind that, you know, this organization remembers December 7th. And it was quite a day. And my husband was telling me, but he was a master sergeant in Pearl Harbor. And he was telling me how happy he was to, he was going to play tennis that morning. So he just put his shorts on and his racket. And the chaplain said, hey, do you know they have California oranges at the mess hall? A shipment just came in. And he says, California oranges. And boy, he knew how to run the mile. And it was a very exciting morning for him. And, but his gun position was by the U.S. Honolulu. It just come in for repair. And that was his gun position. But the downer is that every 6 months they're supposed to replace the ammunition, and they never did. And there was no water for the cannons to cool off. So they burned their hands, trying to, but they did get 2 planes. And so anyway, the day ended happily, He got rescued in the middle of the road. But anyway, he got medical attention. Thank you.
Dorothy, I can't get all the way over there. Do you want to come up and say something? You don't have to. She says no. You don't have to.
Semper Fi.
Semper Fi.
I have such admiration for the men because of a brother of mine that was in the Pacific and a brother that was in England in the Air Corps, one Army and one Air Corps. And my father wouldn't let me join. I was 20 and a half at that time. And they were calling for women to relieve you poor men to go over and fight. And my father said, as long as you're not going overseas and you're not handling ammunition, I'll sign the papers. That's how I got in. So my admiration has never stopped. You men are top list in my heart.
Thank you.
I think all of us in the room share a special thing that many people these days do not share, and that is service to the United States in the military. Right now, there's only about 1% of our country that is fighting in the military, and I think that's a sad statement of where we are, but I'm sure that that will change. But I honor you all as we end this today. Feel free, you're here, you feel free to stick around and talk. I do want to let you know that Al will be here, so if you would like to record a thank you or a statement about your service, we'd love to include that in the video. But other than that, I salute you all. Thank you for your service. Leo and Cornell, Lita, and Dorothy, thank you for being here and letting us honor you today. And I just want, just to let you know, there's little traps over here. For the, we've given a membership form to the 4 people that we're honoring today, and we'll come by and pick those up. We're gonna make you honorary members of AMVETS Post 66, and we appreciate that. So with that, please enjoy the company, and thank you for coming. thank you for coming, and we will see you at our next event.
Thank you.